If you want a helmet just like this, go with a green iron. The link is in the description down below and the comment section. They have all types of teams from the NFL, NCAA. You can get you a mini helmet, replica helmet. You can get a custom helmet if you want to as well. And also use my promo code at checkout, PITSIN, to get yourself an extra discount. So go over there and shop now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. 3 decisions, big decisions students to make, of course, this coming off season. That's happened. Well, our off season is a little early now because of the first round exit. But I think the 3 major decisions the students to make, of course, starting off first, is definitely quarterback situation. Quarterback, you gotta make the decision if you're gonna bring in a different guy or keep one of the guys you have now. I would be for us keeping Justin Fields, 25 years old. He was 4-2 as a starter with us. Was first in our division. He also had 10 touchdowns, just 1 interception. 10 touchdowns, just 1 turnover. He played pretty good football with the Steelers. I think he was getting better and better as week goes on, especially in the Raiders game. We start seeing him emerge more and more like early in the season. So I think I wouldn't mind actually him coming back. So I think he'd be pretty good to come back. And then maybe if he emerges as your guy, then you keep him around. But if he doesn't, you can always give him on a cheap deal and then maybe say, I can go out there and find a different guy like that I see maybe fit. And people keep saying Sam Darnold. It'd be interesting, but Sam Darnold really has success, I think, with the Vikings because the Vikings have a lot of weapons around them. Steelers only have George Pickens, so if you go out there and maybe get some other weapons around them, we only got GP right now, and GP, Najee, and Moots, and like that. We haven't really got enough weapons around. The offensive line is a little shaky at times. So if you go out there and add some pieces around, maybe add your Chris Godwin, maybe see about T. Higgins or something like that. Maybe add draft another running back in the draft as well, like that, to have in the backfield with Najee and paired with that too. Or maybe go out there and add some pieces on the offensive line like that. Spend some more money because the Steelers offense is the cheapest offense in the league. I think one of the cheapest. I think top 3 in cheap offense money spent there. So defense is number 1, but offense is cheap, very cheap. So the Steelers should go out there and make some decisions, make some moves. So I think Russell Wilson contract will be very high. Most likely because they talking about $30 million a year or something like that. So he getting paid, you gotta pay him $30 million a year. I don't know about that, but pay him $30 million a year. He went 6-5 as a starter last year with us. This year with us, like that, nothing too special. So paying him $30 million a year will be a little too high. I think Justin Fields, you probably can get it cheaper, probably less than half of that actually. I think you probably get Justin Fields maybe on a 2-year, $20 million deal, maybe $10 million a year or something way less than that. And if he has success, then you'd be good with it. But if he doesn't have success, you'd be like, okay, I can move on from that instead of having this big contract with Russell Wilson with you. Kind of like the Falcons messing themselves up with Kirk Cousins, had that big contract like that and messed themselves up badly, paying him $180 million. So you want to be in that situation like that. So I think it's best to go with Justin Fields. Or if you see somebody else out there, you like think that's like me, be the guy that can help you get over the hump or the edge, go for that decision as well. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, what else? The next one is probably coaching. I think the major decision, of course, the defensive coordinator, you got to get a new one, of course. I think it'll be better to have a new guy in that scheme. But a scheme out there, we actually use our depth and we actually man up as well and actually blitz as well. We can go out there and do that. You actually go out there and blitz as well and do our thing. I feel like Terrell Austin, last year, getting the benefit of the doubt a little bit because we had the right depth pieces, but this year we have the depth pieces and he's still playing soft coverage, Tampa 2, third downs and stuff like that, and getting beat all around the field like that, leaving spots open and gaps open and playing scared instead of playing our style and blitzbirds. Instead of blitzing, playing man-to-man coverage and being physical out there, we kind of play soft coverage and hoping for them to get a drop or hoping for our guys to engage in for a tackle, which is not our style. And you see, like, it's not the depth, that personnel style either like that. I feel like I'm not just saying like the defense is good defense, but I think it's more of a scheme style than personnel style. I think we have the pieces out there, it's just calling the wrong plays like that. It's like having Stephen Curry play in the post. Like, Curry, don't shoot any threes, just play in the post. We don't have you just play down low in the post like that. You're gonna set screens, you're gonna play in the post. Why? Like, have him play his strong suit. He's a perimeter player. Let him play around the perimeter like that. So it's like kind of like that, We're gonna give Captain America a gun like that. We're gonna give Captain America a gun. Take his shield away, give him a gun, let him go out there and use the gun to fight. Like, no, like let them play their style. Let them be them like that. So once coach, the defensive coordinator we get, hopefully he can go out there and put them in the right positions so he can play their style and play their game. And we'll probably see a lot more success on the defensive side of things as well. Offensive coordinator, I think they probably roll with Arthur Smith again, especially if Justin Fields come back. They probably roll with him because I think he did like calling plays for Justin Fields and he did a pretty good job with that. Overall, he did an all right job. He wasn't too bad, wasn't too good. At one point, he was doing a very good job. But I think it's more on the quarterback, not seeing the middle of the field. Russell Wilson has always been a short passing, dump off or deep ball like that. That's kind of always been his game. He never really seen the middle of the field. A lot of guys open, and you see guys open. Like remember Arthur Smith, you see how some of the reactions he had, like hold his hand on his head, like what is he doing? You got a guy right there wide open. I think doing other stuff like they're trying to force and get the big play, and not necessary. Like yesterday, threw the jump, threw a triple coverage. Kevin Austin got 3 dudes on him. Maybe look over to the left. You're like, oh, GP right there, or single cover or something like that. GP right there by himself. Throw it over that side. Maybe you have better chance for the player on the ball like that. So. It's just like some of those fundamentals, and Russ is who he is. So you can't really change that. Like Justin Fields, he's still developing. You could probably say, oh, okay, if he's playing like this, I can kind of switch his style up. You see the Steelers did a good job in like keeping them hemmed in. He didn't really take a lot of deep shots because the Steelers had him playing more up close, everything up tight and stuff, kind of like keeping them, like kind of like showing them like being patient and stuff. So the Steelers did a good job in doing that. But with a guy like Russ, who's a Hall of Famer already, and he's kind of like at the point in his career, he's like already older and stuff. He's not gonna change his play style completely. So it's like he is who he is. So I think. We'll see probably more success maybe if Justin Fields get a full year or whoever they bring in and get a full year. So I think Arthur Smith probably stay in place. Coach Tomlin, like I mentioned before, I think I mentioned on the stream a little bit. My stream started glitching a little bit. I was streaming and they started glitching out. Maybe it's for a reason. It glitched out during the playoff game, so I turned the stream off, and then we lost playoff game. So maybe it's for a reason. So keep my sanity a little bit. But I think Coach Tomlin got 3 choices. The first one is retirement. You know, I love Coach Tomlin. He's been my coach. I watched all my Steelers tenure. I think I was seeing Coach Cowher like a year. So Coach Tomlin been my coach. I've seen all my Steelers tenure, and we've seen his success. I've seen him win championships, been championships as well. I've seen the Killer B era. Killer B era should have won a Super Bowl in that era. But I like the competitiveness. We get the AFC title games, being competitive, kind of high power offense and stuff. But Coach Tomlin, I think sometimes eventually you come to a point where you have to retire. Remember, Pete Carroll did it. Sean Payton did it. Like that, so those top coaches did it as well like that. Sometimes you get to a point where it's like you gotta switch your style up, which leads me to my second choice, a full revamp of your whole culture, your whole style, which is very difficult to do. And since especially when you do something for a long time, especially when you won by doing something your way for a long time, you might have to switch it up like that and say, you know what, can't do my way no more, and put the hands into somebody else, like somebody else's hands like that. Let the GM pick the different guys to bring in as assistants and the coaches and stuff, and put more money and say onto the offensive side instead of saying, now we need defense, we can win through defense. Maybe the older days, Coach Tomlin, like early on, we can win through defense, but nowadays you got the offense. We had the formula too a little bit. We had the Killer Bees with the formula of keeping the offense going, but for some reason the Steelers reverted back to going to the side of the defensive style of things, saying we can try to find a way to win, and we hold our teams to 18 points. And we would have the Ravens to 18 points yesterday, we still lost. And we only scored 14. You still got to score points. Still score points in the league right there, so you gotta go out there and score points. And the Steelers have yet to kind of get to the modern times of the NFL. So Coach Tomlin will have to revamp the full revamp of his whole culture, of his whole style, which is very difficult to do. Just when you do something long, like your style for a long time. So that's the second option. The third option, if you can't revamp everything you do, then you got to revamp you and move you the other way. I doubt Coach Tomlin will go to a different team because, you know, he loved being a Steeler. So I think it'd be on the first two options. He revamp everything he accustomed to doing, which is very difficult to do, or retirement, which is difficult to do as well like that. But he's been doing it for a long time, like 19, 20 years. He's accomplished a lot. So retirement, when that happened too, like that, and see what happens. But I think those are 3 options for him to do like that: retirement, or a full revamp of your whole culture, of your whole style, your whole identity with the team. And the third one would be revamp of you, if you have to like move on to a different team or something like that. So we'll see exactly what happens, but those kind of like the things that still need to address in the coaching room. The third thing, major decision they need to do, free agency. Like I mentioned, free agency before, you got to go out there and add some playmakers. Some guys you got to let go. Like you got to let some guys go, of course, let them walk. But you got to add some more playmakers on the outside. Like I mentioned, Chris Godwin will be available. Some other guys will be available as well. You add those pieces. Well, I did free agency already. I think so. I started off first with I did quarterback. That's what I did first. Okay, never mind. But yeah, add those pieces in free agency though. So like Chris Godwin, is available. T. Higgins, or do what you gotta do. Add some pieces in free agency and spend some money on the offensive side. The Steelers are still old school. Coach Tomlin, the old school style. That's why I say you gotta revamp your whole style. Everything you do and accustomed to doing, switch it over. Instead of focus on the offense, focus on the focus on defense, focus on the offense. Like that, it'd be better if you like to go out there and add those pieces and those playmakers, because you can't win this league playing defense the way you used to in the old days. The old days, you're able to hit people and do certain things like that. In the middle of the field, they were scared to come across the middle because they're scared James Harrison gonna knock them out, or one of those guys are gonna light them up. I think we have Britt Kiesels and the Trip Palomalu's and the Ike Taylor, but it's over now. It's time for us to switch our style up and get more on the offensive side, get more accustomed to the modern times in NFL. Pete Carroll struggled with that. At one point, his style was too old school and stuff. What happened? He retired. You know, Sean Payton, same thing. Now he's back now, of course, with the Broncos, but it was the Saints, same thing. He revamped himself a little bit, full revamp of what he do, and now he's working with the Broncos. So Coach Tomlin might have to do that, a full revamp of what you do and what you're accustomed to kind of switch it up like that, and add some pieces in free agency and spend some money on the offensive side, restructure some contracts on defensive side as well, cut some guys on defense they're not contributing as well, and put some more of that money on the offensive side of things. Look at the Lions. The Lions have 22 players on IR, and most of those guys are defensive players, including one of their best defensive players, or the best defensive player on their team, Aiden Hutchinson. And where are they at? The first seed still, because they have that high-power offense. They have those pieces like Jared Goff. They have those pieces like Laporta, Jameson. They have Amon St. Brown. All these different guys. The offensive line is A1. You have those pieces like that, you can go out there and win. So Steelers need to switch their style up, and it starts with the coach, of course, revamping yourself up. If you can't revamp yourself up, full revamp of your culture and everything you can do, you gotta go. You have to go or retire or something like that. So something, because you have to make a change somehow. So we'll see what happens with that. But that's all I have for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys next time on the channel.